Hey guys, this is Insum. I got home late last night and was gonna play around with my Predator sorting system over here, and I was looking around just trying to figure out how I could improve it. Definitely I could tweak several of the adjustments, maybe the clock, maybe work on the redstone a little bit, and I was sitting here looking at the basic pattern, and I really like this. This really works. It's fairly simple and straightforward when you look at the basic idea of it. But I had an idea. I thought maybe, what about that? Now we've got 5 instances, and every other one of these is going to be powered automatically by these repeaters. So what do we do about the torch? And then after that, hold on, grab a red block here. After that I said, well, let's try this. And this. Now, we just might have something here. This might actually be doable. So, about 4 hours later, this is what I came up with. Another absolutely ridiculous machine. It's crazy. It really is. But somehow, it works. So now, I'm pushing 5 entities at once, 5 items at once. Let me show you, let me get some of this stuff back up to the top of my inventory. And let me show you what's going on here. So here's the feeder chest. And that gets distributed into these 2 chests. Because now I've got an issue of not just the item transportation, which I was fooling with the observer lines. You know, when you're separating this 4 ways, you know, that's not that big of a deal. But now I need to go 5 ways. So I separated those into those 2 chests and then created this horseshoe pattern with as many of those powered rail lines as I could fit in there without interfering with the electronics. And that's going to move back and forth in a horseshoe and distribute somewhat evenly into these 5 different droppers. And then I use that bracket pattern I've got down there all the way up and down. And then I made an improvement that I wanted to make to my other sorter over there. That thing's powered, the entire thing runs off items in the chest, which is okay, but you run into this issue of, well, wouldn't you want the rails powered off the chest, but the actual sorting powered off items in the droppers? So this all gets powered off of the chest. All these rails do. So these split that into these 2 chests. This horseshoe pattern splits that, like I said, somewhat evenly into 5 different droppers. And then the droppers that were accumulating the most, this one right here the middle one and this one right here, I pulled the signal for the actual sorter off of those two. So we've got the comparators coming out of there, torch tower going down. I moved the clock from up top to down here. So the torch towers go into here. They go into the extender, the long delay, back up into the 5x5 clock, and then back up the tower, powering each hopper line and right here the dropper lines. And then I added lights on because I already had power going there, so why not make it look nice? Now, this is pretty rudimentary here, this delay system that I've got for the carts. And I have a feeling that that can definitely be improved on. But that's only necessary if I'm going to drop like a full double chest in there, which, you know, that could happen, but I don't really see that happening very often. So enough talking. Let's see what we're working with here. We'll clear out this top chest, and I'm just going to leave the top chest open so that you can see that it is pushing 5 items when it peaks out. When it first starts up, it's going to run 4 items its first couple passes, so there will be a little bit of clicking. I'm going to have to redesign this eventually because this hopper cart simply doesn't have the velocity, even with all the powered rails, to keep all 5 of them full all the time. So like every few passes you get a click, but like just one click. So for the most part, it's trying to stay at 5. Let's go ahead and load it up. Oh, and once again, no new Optifine. So this is going to be super laggy. We've got a lot more updates going on and a lot more happening. Once they get Optifine, I don't even know if this will be a problem. But there we go. We're getting 5 items per second on average. Like I said, every fourth or fifth revolution, we're getting 1 tick, and it drops 1 item. Well, it's not dropping; it's just not making it into the system. So that can definitely use some improvement. But for the most part, this absolutely ridiculous machine works. There was a size change, but not really a huge size change. Let's see. That delay is too long for just doing like 3 stacks. But what I was gonna say was that this is pretty exciting. This is pretty interesting. I really like this. There can definitely be some improvements. I think that we can, you know, we're going not from an issue of item transportation now to an issue of maximum efficiency with distribution. And like I said, this could be a lot better. The overall design I'm pretty happy with. I mentioned the dimension change. It's not dramatic. We went from a 7x7 profile, looking at it this way, to a 7x9. I just had to come out right here, 1 more block, to give it a little more room so that I could have all 4 of these hoppers, with the hoppers pulling as fast as possible out of the hopper cart. This came back 1 more because of this bracket and because of the the powering torch tower going down. Oh, it's always good to do that. But anyway, this is pretty exciting. I really do like this. Let me go ahead and get this out of here. And we're going to do a full sort. And alright. Oh, we still got eight chests we can access from the front. Now, something that I did in another world with another sorter was I took the boat elevator design I have in my other video, and instead of doing multiple modules and having to lift the items repeatedly, I did a 30-story tall sorter and used the boat elevator. And then I could just access all 30 chests, and I had like a little water puddle down at the very bottom in front of the front chest, and I would just fall down when I was done. That may be something to revisit. I'm not sure. Let's see. That's 8. I think I'm missing one. Oh, no, I'm not missing one. I'm missing the ones in the bottom. So we're going to go ahead and start this up again. I timed this, and it came up at 2 minutes and 15 seconds for 640 items. So we're looking at somewhere around 4.75 items per second. Presumably the longer the sort, the closer it would approach, up to an extent, 5 items per second. So that's really interesting. And if I got better distribution, I may actually be able to hover right at 5 items per second. If someone else has already done this, you guys, like I said in the last video, just let me know. Definitely want to give them a shout out and give credits where it's due. But I haven't seen anything like this, not with 5 items. Please forgive the lag. But this is working pretty quick. And I haven't really had an issue with dropped items or missed sorts, which I'm kind of surprised about. I just figured with all the lag and everything, something would get lost in there. But it seems to be holding the pattern fairly well, just not necessarily the graphics for the game. They're just glitching a little bit. Anyway, guys, go ahead and give me some input and let me know what you think about this. I'm really pleased with it, and I don't even know if this thing is practical. But the ideas that came out of it may very well be. Like I said, I'm planning on making a video here when I have some more time, possibly Sunday or middle of next week, showing the basic components of these types of sorting systems and how they all function together. The block by block build, even after I said that I wasn't going to do it, of course I revisited it and thought about it, and it just doesn't seem feasible. But anyway, guys, thanks a lot for watching my videos. I'm really excited about this, and I'm really excited about them hopefully getting Optifine up and running quickly, because I'm playing on a department store laptop. So this isn't gonna cut it right here as far as lag goes. And you don't want to have your sorter somewhere where you're never going to be at, just so that it doesn't slow down your game. But yeah, this entire thing sorts 10 stacks and even faster than the previous machine. Thanks a lot, guys. Y'all give me some input. Let me know what you think down in there in the comments. Be sure to like, share, subscribe, and I'll see you guys later. Time to head back to work.